I'm just doing a dumb story time. You don't have to watch it. I got something wrong with my eyeball. I think I'm just falling apart, y'all. I think it's time to just sell me for parts at this point in time. But anywho, um, I lived in this town. It's a bad town, and um, luckily everybody watched out for me. I think the what's it called? Hmm, the emotions. I just think everywhere I go, I have my haters that follow me around. But I have people that just look out for me. I don't know if it's because they feel sorry for me, or I don't think it's my personality at all. I think it's just they maybe feel sorry for me. But they do say God takes care of babies and fools. And I ain't a baby, so maybe I'm a fool. I don't know. But I was talking to this guy, and he was a bad guy. He was a real bad guy. But I always keep it in my head that I don't judge someone by what other people say. I wait to see how they get to treating me. And if they are mean to me, then they're a bad guy or a bad girl. But until they do wrong by me, I don't judge them. So everyone said stuff about this guy, but nothing that really set off any warning bells or anything. Just seemed like he had a bad rap. So he asked me, okay, I was only 18 at the time. And he asked me if I mean, I don't even think he's around anymore to tell. I would never give people's names. Listen to me, I'm already stuttering, telling the dang story. But anyways, um, he asked me if I wanted to buy a TV. Okay. And it was a holiday weekend. Look at my poor eyeball. I'll turn this way so you can't see my monstrosity of a face. And he said, do you want to buy a TV? It was holiday weekend. And I didn't keep any cash on me. And back then, we didn't have debit cards. Okay, this was the old days. I was riding in a chuck wagon at that. And but I had checks. I had personal checks. And I said, I don't have any cash on me. I think it was $25. And I said, I don't have any cash on me, but how about I write you a check? And he started laughing at me. And I said, well, I don't know. I don't have any cash on me. You can wait till Monday. But I don't have the cash now. Well, it was probably not his TV, okay? Without dry snitching, I'll just say that. Probably wasn't his TV, and he wanted the money cash now, but I'm too naive to know what the hell's going on. So he said something a little out there, okay? Not appropriate. And I just sort of just went like this, and then my friend who looked out for me, he wasn't my boyfriend, but he looked out for me. He said something back, and that was the end of that. Okay. I go back into my apartment. My friend comes staying with me, and someone starts pounding on the door. It is 1 a.m. 1 a.m., and no one's coming to my door at 1 a.m. So this was out of the ordinary. I'm in my room sleeping. My friend is in my living room on my couch, and they asked to see my friend who's on the couch. And I say, okay, come on. It's a girl, a very tall girl. It's a very tall girl. I mean, she must have been 6 feet tall, and her friend, and they want to see my friend on the couch. So I just, okay, whatever, come on up. I don't know you. And they both got cowboy boots on, or cowgirl boots on. And if you ever been kicked by a cowgirl boot or a cowboy boot, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm not thinking nothing. I'm just letting these people in to talk to my friend. And I go back to bed, and I don't care what's going on, because again, the guy on my couch is just a platonic friend. We are not dating or anything like that. He's just looking out for me. So I go back in my room, and I'm lying on my bed. I'm going back to sleep. I'm tired. And no, I didn't hear a knock on my door. That's right. All of a sudden, my bedroom door pushes open. And no word of a lie, I had this oriental rug on my floor, okay? Well, ain't nobody got an oriental rug where I was at that moment in that place. Um, so I don't know if it's because she's seen the oriental rug, but she went, I think it was angels. I think it was someone looking out for me from above, okay? or some godly intervention or something of the sort. I nowhere to lie, my door busts open, okay, like she's ready to come and pounce on me. And she literally jolts back. As God is my witness, she jolts back. She went to step in after she pulled the door open, and she jolts back. Maybe it was the rug. Maybe she didn't want to wreck the rug. I don't know. But I highly doubt that. And I sit up in my bed, and I'm like, oh, what's up? Or whatever. I didn't say what's up back then, I don't think. And she said, you were hitting on my boyfriend. And I said, I wasn't hitting on your boyfriend. What are you talking about? I don't know if they got into drinking or what they got in their head, but they had this narrative that I had said something to her boyfriend when I didn't. And my boy, that's a friend, was right beside me the whole time. So he damn well knew that I didn't say a dang thing to this guy. So, she literally just stood back from the door, and then she asked me, and then she just left. Her and her friend left. And I got up and I said to my friend in the living room, I said, what was that about? And he goes, what happened? What the hell did you say to her? And I said, I don't know. She asked me about her boyfriend and obviously just told her what the hell happened tonight, that he was selling me a TV. And he said, well, they were all mad and they were going to come beat your butt, basically. That's what they came to my house to do. They came to put the boots to me and beat my butt for nothing, for absolutely nothing. So fast forward, I met a person, and then she told me that that guy, the bad guy that wanted to sell me the TV, he was a real bad guy. Like, bad, bad. Like, we weren't into the bad boys yet, with the bad reputations. No, this guy was bad. I'll say bad to the bone. And so I just thought, wow, I really dodged a bullet because A, I didn't never want to see that guy again. B, I never wanted to run into his girlfriend. And C, I will never forget that. If you would have seen what I seen when she was at that door, when she opened that door and went to step in, and it almost like a force pushed her back. Like, like I said, you could say that the rug stopped her, but a rug isn't going to stop someone from kicking someone's butt. They're not going to go, oh, I don't want to wreck your rug. No, she went to step in, and she stepped back as if something pushed her. So, besides people looking for me, I think I got some sort of, hopefully I do, some sort of power that be or whatever looking out for me, because that, I know, even though I'm a tough girl and possibly I could fight if I had to, not now, I'm too old. I knew that they would have, she would have probably beat my butt really bad, like bad, because she was a beast. Let me just say that. She was a beast. If you're watching this, you were a beast. You probably would have beat my butt. But don't do it now because I'm aching all over and I'm too old for that crap. But, anyways, just a story. It's true, but I'm just telling stories about my crazy life. Bye.